Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Ahab Plays Football Manager 2020. I'm Ahab. Thanks for joining me. This is our Deportivo La Coruña save, and we are quite a bit of ways into our second La Liga season and our first Champions League season, and it's been one heck of a barn burner. Let's take a look at how things have gone since the last episode. The last episode was the first episode of the season where we reviewed the summer, and we had a game against Olympic Lyonnais, and I complained that I left my mic muted for a game against Leipzig. But you can see how the season has gone in general since OL. We had a victory against Eibar and Almeria, and then a solid victory against Lokomotiv Moscow, which was to be expected. Nice win against Real Haspalas, a couple of draws, then another Champions League win against Moscow. The surprise to me was Leipzig coming in our home and we edging out a win there 1-0. But that seems to be the way things are going so far this season. I've had to change tactics even since last time. I don't recall if I've gone over them in the last episode, but I've even had to change them a little bit since. And I've actually had to commit my wingers to slightly different positions, and I'll get into that in a second. But in this episode, we'll review a little bit more about how things are going, how the players are progressing, and the second half of the episode will be devoted to our game against Barcelona, who, as usual, are first in the table. But it's been a pretty solid year thus far. You can see we're in third place. By a point. We're 2 points behind Madrid, Real Madrid, and a 3-goal differential, if you really want to get that technical. Valencia's had, all of the top teams have had some tough runs, except for Barcelona, of course. And by tough runs, I mean they've lost to unexpected other teams, like Almeria and Real San Sebastian for Valencia. We lost to Bilbao and Madrid. That's pretty expected. Madrid lost to San Sebastian and Haspalas. Atletico lost to... Actually, those are pretty expected teams. I take that back. Bilbao has 6 losses. Look at Malaga, Getafe, and Almeria in there. So, really, it's kind of been an up-and-down season thus far for the top teams, with exception to Barcelona, who's off to the races as usual, as I said. 2nd through 6th is going to be some tough competition, so we cannot let up. And you can see thus far we're not really playing in the player stats yet, but we're having some goal scoring. Goals are being spread out through a bunch of players as opposed to being focused on the 2 strikers. And that is a reflection on how we've had to change play. So let's get into that. So this used to be the 4-4-2 Ahab the Gamer modified Maves with the wide midfielders on attack. And that just hasn't worked this season at all. So what I've done is I've divided some things up here. I've got 3 tactics now, 3 clear tactics with different motives behind them. 2 of them are similar in that they run inverted wingers, but that's where the similarity ends. The 3rd is a balanced tactic. All of them are a 4-4-2 variant, or at least the attacking is a 4-2-4. And they've worked out. And I've kind of spread some things around with different tactical styles depending on how things are going, and they seem to be working. So I'm going to leave it here with these inverted wingers on attack for this primary tactic. Our attacking tactic is a 4-2-4. I'm not going to lie, this is pretty much based off of the Reckonist's. Oh boy, Reckonist doesn't tackle. I'm forgetting which player he has doesn't tackle. Maldini doesn't tackle? Is that what it is? I think it's MDT. Maldini doesn't tackle. I think that's what it is. For FM20, and it does pretty well. I can't play it against the bigger teams; they just eat me up. But against, at least with the players I have right now, but hopefully in the future we'll be able to fix that. And then this is a little bit more of a traditional punt the ball up sort of thing. It is a little bit slower. It's balanced, and this is to grind a game out, and that's why you're seeing some of these 1-0s, these draws, the 0-0 against Real San Sebastian. We created. Let me look at this quick. We created so many opportunities here. I think. Nope, that was not that game. That was not that game. Is it against Sevilla? Nope, it wasn't that game. One of these games, we created just an obscene amount of chances and still lost or drew, and it really frustrated me. But that's neither here nor there anymore. So let's talk about the lineup for Barca. We're at home, but this is still Barca. So I'm not going to go full attacking. I'm going to go with the 4-4-2 instead of the 4-2-4. And I'm going to be changing some things up here. So Edmondson has been playing target man as usual, but check in Vartson. Can he move over? No, he needs to be on the left. Okay, well. I want to try a Yorke and Vartson combo. So personalized for that, target man, attack. Further forward, and target man roams from position. He moves into channels. All right, that's fine by me. And then Cartabia is going to be the inverted winger on the right. Trevor going to be my inverted winger on the left. I just played Cataldi, who had a solid game, but it wasn't that solid of a game. And Metropolis has been begging for more games, and he's been putting in some okay shifts, so I'm fine with that. Uzoho in goal. Yeah, I think this is what we're going to be doing here. Let me just make sure. Giallo. Angelari. Taldi. Shibasaki. Yeah, I think I'm okay with this. So this is going to be the lineup for Barcelona. Ayorke is a true target man. I don't know if I've gone over his stats, but he's 6'6", 180 pounds. Strong as a freaking ox. He can jump, and he's got great heading. This is who you want as a target man, folks. If you're playing a target man, look this guy up or somebody like him and just snatch him right up. Ingvartsen came back from injury and got right into goal-scoring form. So he's not showing any attribute increases, but he's picking right up from last season. Cartabia, I mean, inverted winger on the right side is where he's supposed to be. So I'm hoping that he can really do some things here. I'd like to see if I can work on his strength a little bit more, but that's okay. Oh, one other thing about Cartabia, starting to consider where he did this a while ago, right before we got promoted to the La Liga. But he's starting to consider whether he should be looking to move on to a bigger club. Hey, you know what? If there's another club that wants to come in and buy him for 21 million, be my guest, guys. I mean, his value is 7.7. I might even sell him for like 14 if somebody comes along for that, because I got my scouts out there and I've got some leads on some players. Let me tell you. Yeah, so we might. I would have to sell him to do anything because my budget is nil at the moment. But all right, so Cartabia on the right side. Traver, he's warming up to being an inverted winger on the left side, but he's got the stats for it. So I'm hoping shoots from distance, shoots with power. I'm hoping he can do well there. Marchetti and Madran. I've changed my deep lying playmaker. I alternate between this setup for CM and deep lying playmaker. If I want somebody to be a bit more dynamic, like Madran or Shibasaki, because they can be, I put them on central midfielder and I add these 3 player instructions. And the reason I'm doing that is because these guys have long shots, and deep lying playmaker just does not take advantage of that. And I feel like hey, if you got long shots, I want to take advantage of that. Cataldi has a nasty long shot in the last game. I'm going on a tangent here. Check this out. What a solid goal from Cataldi, even though it was a draw. I was so happy with this. We toss it in. Yorke passes out to Cataldi and just rifle. Just a frickin' missile into the bottom right there. And that's what I'm looking for some more dynamic, just more shots. Because it seems that the game likes to err on the side of getting things into the close into the box. But if I can have these guys with these really good long shot stats having good long shots, maybe we can get a couple of goals from that, and we have. David Simon is picking up time because Boveda is injured, and that allows Alexander Yallo to also pick up some game time. I played Angeleri on the right wing, and he just absolutely annihilated the position, so he can play anywhere. I'm happy with him. Kike Clemente had a solid round in defense in the last game, so that was good. But we're going with Ruiz on the left side, Soma as the ball-playing defender, Ladropoulos as in his familiar central defender, and Uzoho, who has a manager from, I don't remember, it's Malaga, I don't remember where it's from, but somebody is literally coming to every single match to quote-unquote watch him. Oh, and there's no interest anymore. I wonder what happened. Huh. Interesting. Oh, you know what? I did. There was all press chatter about it, and I said I'm not interested in selling, and that might have ended. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But coming up after the break, we'll have the Barcelona game, and yeah, that'll be that. See you in a second. And we are back. Barcelona looking like they're still sticking with this 4-2-2-2, and I find that funny because there's some very solid tactics out there that are based upon that. And in my Bass series, I'm changing it up. Check that out. If you don't know what I'm talking about, have a look. In the most recent episode, I get into it a little bit. But we got nothing to lose here, guys. We know how good we are. I have faith in you. I have faith in you. Oh, look at all these reactions. All right. Let's do this. Tunnel. I've noticed the boys particularly confident. Arquetti has been playing well. Let's get ready to rumble. And De Jong, Umtiti, Langlet, Osman Dembele. Yeah, their team is just so stacked. João Cancelo. It's like a warning shot across the bow. Oh, Messi with a free kick. Doesn't go for goal, which is very weird. Semedo, Messi. Oh, come on. Really? See, this right here is exactly why I didn't want to start playing Ladropoulos. It's just he loses concentration and he gives away crap like this. Going to be a penalty. I mean, was there any question? Only his 9th goal of the season. I wonder what's going on. Oh, Suarez is playing too. I mean, come on. Like, there we go. Come on. What is that? All right, we're getting some opportunities here. What was with all this dribbling from Ladropoulos in the box? You'd think he was like Eden Hazard or something. Oh, nice steal by Dembele there. Oh, please don't make this just a railroad. Oh, what a tackle by Simon. Thank God. We're literally running in circles. Our Coruña players are literally running in circles. Excuse me. All right, Ingvartsen's able to pick up the ball here. And it looks like we don't get to do anything with it. Oh, Jonathan Tah gets a card. Hey, great interception by Cartabia. Can we do anything with it? Cartabia running down the wing. Oh, gets taken down by Dembele. What in the heck? How did he not get a red card there, or a yellow card at least? Have a shot. Oh. All right, let me make just a couple of changes here. Drink it further forward. Cartabia has some solid shooting stats, so he's one I will add as well. All right, let's just see. He's also really, his teamwork attribute is kind of low, so he'll take advantage of that. Back to the keeper, out to Ruiz, who puts it over to Marchetti. Marchetti to Cartabia, who cuts it in, and ooh, Ingvartsen's able to cut in and get a nice header that was just off the box. All right, I'm optimistic here. Oh, solid shot on goal from Marchetti. We're putting Ter Stegen to work here. Going to have a solid rating after this game. All right. Marchetti puts the move on Messi. He's able to keep the ball. Cartabia. Look at this. Look at this extended period of offensive pressure. Ladropoulos to Madron. Back to Ladropoulos, who gets it over to Marchetti. There's no movement going on, so I'm a little not happy about that, but all right, let's go ahead and kick it back and cycle it around. Soma, and that's the end of the, here we go. Cartabia with another free kick. I feel like Dembele has been told to just hammer Cartabia, and that's why we're getting that. To be fair, Cartabia is the same size as Messi, so. Actually, Dembele is not that big in stature, if I remember correctly. Just some nice back and forth going here with Barcelona. Another free kick for us. Oh, geez, this is going to be problematic. It's a 2-on-2. Was. Suarez out wide. And we're able to put the kibosh on that. All right, that was not as effective of a counter as I thought it was going to be. I'm a little relieved. All right, it's been a while, so let's throw out another demand more. Ugh, why are you trying to cross it like that? Ruiz, you're killing me. Solid tackle on Dembele by Cartabia, and we're defending a corner. All right, Uzoho's able to wrap that up. Rolls it out to Ruiz on the left. Marchetti up to Traver. A bit of passing back and forth here. Making Ahab nervous. Getting caught back in our defensive third here. This is no bueno. All right, Uzoho over to Simon. Ladropoulos up to Cartabia, who's putting a run into the middle here. And there is a shoot more instance with Cartabia. Oh, man, that was... jeez. Hey, wow. Simon puts the move on Dembele. Lenglet wraps that one up quick. I had Clement Lenglet in a save in FM18 or FM17. I forget who he was playing for at the time, but I was able to get him for a Coventry save for 3.5 million, and he turned out to be something special. And what's funny is 2 seasons after I bought him, both Barcelona and Real Madrid came knocking to buy him. And actually, I think that's what it was. I bought him from Real Madrid for only a couple million, for like 3.5, 4 million, really, really cheap. And he turned out to be spectacular, as we all know. And then Real Madrid and Barcelona came knocking, and they started offering, 100, 120 million, and he was one of the most expensive players ever sold. I sold him for 122 million. Oh, woo! Messi was just teasing us there. He meant to hit the post and leave the ball there. That's what that was. Thankfully, Coruña defense is able to pick that up and clean that up. All right, yet another free kick with nobody getting ahead on that, and Barcelona on the counter. 2-on-2, and there's nobody there to help. Oh, man, Uzoho is so solid in one-on-ones. So solid in one-on-ones. All right, Ladropoulos dropping the hammer on that one. I kind of like what I'm seeing here, that Barcelona's getting tired compared to our guys. So we might be able to turn this up, assuming the score doesn't get too ridiculous. We might be able to turn this up in the middle of the next half and, get a draw or maybe even a winner. Dare I hope? João Cancelo. De Jong running through the middle. Back to Todibo. I'm not sure who that is. Ter Stegen with the boot to Dembele. And this game's getting kind of spread out here. Oh, guys, what are you doing? What are you doing? All right. Madran up to Ingvartsen, who holds it. And that's the end of the highlight. That is sad. So let's see. We've had most possession, which is okay, but they've fouled a lot, and they've had the most shots on target, and they're in the lead. So let's go to the dressing room. Lads, you're not playing half bad, but show me something else. Weren't bad, but you can still improve. I have faith, because I really do. I really do have faith that you guys can do more in this next half. Let's talk about this a little bit here. All right, let's definitely take Cartavia off shoots more often. They're on attack. They're both on attack. What can we do here going into this next half? They're definitely closing us down. So let's swap this out a little bit. Let's not run into defense as much, but do a pass into space. And with the other tactic, with the other formation, where just the other tactic, where I had the wide midfielders, for whatever reason, positive didn't work very well unless I had pass into space. Oh, you know what? Let's kick it up. Let's kick it up a notch. Start the second half. All right, Yorke starts it off. Ladropoulos over to Soma, over to Madran, and we're not doing much. All right, so they're starting to sit back a little bit. Cartavia gets tackled, and we have a throw-in. But it doesn't look like it amounts to much. Oh, all right. Ruiz puts the move on Cancelo. Back to Marchetti. Over, back to Ruiz. Back to Marchetti. And Ruiz was frickin' offside, you numbskull. All right, Cartavia finally doing something. Gets tackled, and come on. All right, I mean, it's not long in, but I'm already giving them a demand more. This is just a joke. Oh, my God. We'll see the goal in just a second. I want to make an immediate change here. So Messi, solid cross to, oh no, back to De Jong, who crosses it to Dembele. And Dembele just nails it right into the bottom right corner. We might have to go full attacking on this. I mean, the players aren't really playing that bad, at least until now. They seem to be thrown with pass into space, which is kind of... All right, that wasn't bad, that wasn't bad. But, I mean, if you look at that, Barcelona had their entire defensive line. Oh, Yorkie, that was all yours, buddy. That should have been a goal. Oh, nice tackle on Dembele. Oh, no, but everybody's freaking hurt. Simone is hurt. Dembele's hurt. Oh, no. This is not good. I technically don't have a right back now for Champions League, depending on how injured Simone is. Well, along those lines, let's give this a whirl, shall we? We're going to swap these out. Yep. I have faith in you. Have at it, lads. Griezmann comes on and just, yeah, don't mind if I do. I'll just take that ball from you. Thanks. And have a shot on goal. Thankfully, Zoho was able to stop that one. Oh, and there's Cartabia down and out. Jallo running up the side, and who did we take out there? That's what I want to know. All right, so I'm going to swap Traver back because he can actually play there, and we're going to bring out the secret weapon, Valor. Junior Firpo. All right. No, that's not too shabby. I don't like how long of a run he had, but just have a look at things here. Slightly higher, slightly shorter. We're focusing down the wings, whipped crosses, passing space, yada, 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 yada. Let's just take that off. I mean, we're losing anyway, right? Feeling like I should have used balanced. I balanced tactic set of instructions for this instead of going positive. Oh well. Hindsight 2020 and all. Come against a superpower, you really got to take it down another notch. All right, Valor with a free kick. Traver with a goal! Off the free kick. Traver comes in, the ball swings in, Traver's able to get a nice header on it. And here we go, folks. We got 15 minutes plus stoppage left. We could get a draw here. I guess I'm a serial optimist when I play Football Manager. What? Okay. All right. Ter Stegen had a little momentary panic when he saw 18-year-old Juan Luis Valor standing in front of him. Or no, maybe he saw a Yorke. Maybe he saw a Yorke standing there in front of him. Oh, boy. Firpo over to Suarez. Suarez crosses the ball to João Cancelo, who somehow gets a goal off of Uzo. How? How? Skip. I don't even want to watch that. I'm sorry. Barcelona's hurting my players. Absolutely hurting my players. I don't think I've ever seen this much aggression from Barcelona. Let's just do mixed. And I just want to open it up. We aren't attacking slightly. It should work out. We'll see what happens here. I mean, at least we're getting some solid possession here. Ter Stegen comes out and grabs that ball and counterattacks like a mofo. Thankfully, we have 3 defenders, but that doesn't mean anything when a defender just sits there contemplating his navel. Who was that? Who was that? Couldn't click on him fast enough to see who that was. And I'm actually going to go, like, slightly more direct. Oh! Debo was able to get himself in front of that shot there. Oh, man, we're getting some solid attempts here. But, I mean, again, this is what happened earlier. In a couple of our earlier matches where we just had some solid attempts. They just weren't getting close to goal. Oh, Zoho has actually a pretty darn good rating for the game. Some of the mistakes really are more... yeah, there's no sense in me making a third. Wow, what a frustrating game. I thought we had more in us. I guess we don't. And I'm far from pleased because you guys really, I mean, your ratings aren't bad. Actually, we don't even have below a 6.5, which is not horrible, but I mean, that was sad. That was really sad. I mean, you would think that my season is going, horribly with the episodes we've had thus far, with a draw with OL and a loss to Barcelona, but thankfully it looks like Atletico dominated freaking Mallorca, so they picked up some points. So now they're 1 point off us, and so is Valencia. Valencia got a win too. Oh man. Well. Oh jeez. Simone. We'll use the club doctor. Physio 2 months is 8 weeks. Well, let's send him to a specialist. Yeah. Talk to him about that. And 3 to 5 days for pulled groin. All right, you're fine. He's getting that. I was extremely unhappy, and I am. Attend the press conference. Your result against Barcelona extends what has to be an unwanted record. Yeah, I mean that is the most aggressive I've seen Barcelona play. There we go. I'm going to put it all on the manager. I mean, that was... I mean, I feel like we were playing Millwall there or something. That was just crazy. Crazy how hard they were going in. And of course, Jesus is... Oh, man. Well, that's it for this episode, everybody. I'm sorry it was such a downer of an episode with a loss to Barcelona, but we're having a good season otherwise. The next episode will be a winter transfer window update, if there's anything to update. I might just use it to update Champions League because we've got one more match against Olympique Lyonnais. Oh, I haven't even gotten into that. I am ending the. So here's Champions League. We've qualified for the elimination round. Here's our group. So we played 5, 1, 3. I can't believe I forgot to do this. I'm sorry. Played 5, 1, 3, drew 2, and lost none. 11 goals for, which we really can say that 5 goals at Lokomotiv Moscow was amazing, right? So 11 points worth through. Leipzig coming with us. The rest of the groups, let's take a look at the rest of the groups here. So Arsenal qualifies in their group. It's left up to Shakhtar and Napoli to see who gets through there. Bayern is through in their group with Monaco and Juventus trying to figure out who's going through there. Madrid and Liverpool through there. I'm not sure what happened to Liverpool, but look at their score. 15 goals for. That's just nuts. They're just a freaking machine in this year's FM. Then there's us going through with Leipzig. Madrid qualified. Saint-Germain and Liga have some quarrel to settle there. Man United, that group is wide open. Look at that. Man United, Ajax, and Borussia Mönchengladbach. All within a qualifying point range. Dortmund and Barcelona through there. Man City through. Inter and Fenerbahce have something they need to iron out in their next games, and that's going to be that. So the next episode will either be a winter transfer window, assuming I can sell some players to get some money, or it will be a combination. I don't think I'll have a Champions League game to play for you for that particular episode, so it will possibly be Atletico, this Valencia, or this Valencia. One of those 3 games for you all. So again, thanks for joining me, everybody. I'm sorry I've stopped and started so much on this episode, but please leave a like or a comment, and I hope to see you next time. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.